Hello, everybody. Um, yeah, I want to tell you about my adventure uh, on the internet today shopping. Um, I have a laptop, and it's a good laptop, come with a Core i7 processor, and I've had it a little while. And it has to cut to cut the price a little bit. They didn't put an M.2 drive or SATA, SSD drive in there. They just had it with a 1 terabyte hard drive. So to speed the laptop up, I wanted to go ahead and try to find an M.2 drive to put in there and just keep the hard drive as a storage drive. Well, when I was looking across the internet, you know, it, I mean, I had no idea what type of M.2 drive my laptop needed. I googled the model and I looked up information on there, and there just wasn't any information. There was images that didn't give a good close view, like this one right here. This image here, it shows you where the slot is and how to get to it, but at the end down there, it's where the M.2 plugs in, and it's got notches to indicate what type of M.2 drive you need. There's multiple types, um, but I'll kind of read this off to you. There's two types of M.2. There's a SATA and a PCI Express. SSDs using the SATA bus tend to use B keys. Okay, a B key M.2 usually has a notch on the left hand side. This one here is showing two notches. Okay, but this here, there's laptops and there's desktops where if you have one like this, um, it's either the SATA SSD or it's the X2 two-lane SSD, which can still be an NVMe. Okay. Also, as I'll show later, there's Optane drives have these two notches. Okay, Optane, excuse me, Optane drives have two notches, and they're compatible with most desktops and laptops, so that these are used for helping to speed your computer up, even though they're not storing data. They kind of accelerate the data that's on your hard drive. But anyway, back to the M.2s. Okay, so uh, this right here, it gives a pretty good indication of what types of drives, where the notches are, and all. If your notch is on the left hand side, that's a B key. That's these are very hard to find. I looked across the internet and I just really couldn't find them. There were PCI Express 2.0 with two lanes. Um, but the middle kind is the type I have in my laptop. That's the M key. M key is the most common, for modern laptops and desktops. Now, these are 2280 length drives, which is also the more common type of drive. Okay, this is PCI Express 2.0, 3.0, but it has four lanes. Okay, that's where you get most of your speed at, is in the amount of lanes. The higher the amount of lanes, the faster the drive. Okay, on the right hand side, you'll see a M and B key SSD. Okay, what these usually are is SATA drives, and they're limited. They're the older SSD type drive, and they're limited to about 560 megabytes of speed. Where the middle one, the M key, could be 3,000, 3,500. It could be quite a bit faster than the M and B type key drive. Okay, I hope you're with me so far, because this is a mouthful. But anyways, um, so I was looking around and I found this one, and this is the M key type SSD drive. Uh, like I said, this is the more common one on modern PCs, and this is also one of the faster ones. This has 4 lanes. Now, they have them out now with 8 lanes, but they're pretty modern. They're like the new Ryzen third gen processors that's come out. But so I looked around, and the prices vary. I mean, they're not that far much of a difference between the X4 NVMe drives as they are in some of the just regular old SATA drives, the SSDs. But and either one will speed your computer up significantly. I mean, a lot of people don't realize it's not just about the boot, of your computer, which will be sped up quite significantly. But it's, say you have a virus scan running in the background, and you don't want to sit there and wait until your virus scan is over with, to be able to surf the internet, because that could take a while, depending on how big your hard drive is. But if you have just a hard drive in there, it's going to limit what you can do at one time. You'll go on there and start up your antivirus scan or whatever, and then when you're trying to surf around the internet, it'll just be glitchy and slow, and you'll get so frustrated that you just want to just wait until the virus scan is done. Well, an SSD helps eliminate that problem quite a bit. I mean, you could run multiple programs at the same time, and everything will still run smoothly. But yeah, if you're wanting to add a SSD, or M.2 drive, this picture here is an Optane drive, but this is also what a SATA SSD will look like with the 2 notches. The faster drive is the M.2 drive, which is much faster, and that's this here. Now, as I said before, the SATA drives will still help you a lot, and but pop open your little panel on your laptop, or look on your motherboard, and with there's a screw that goes in when you slide the M.2 drive in. And you'll screw it down at the other end with a screw to hold it down. And so with that screw facing you, look toward your end of your M.2 slot, and you'll see the notches. If it's one notch on the right hand side, then this is what you'll need. This is an NVMe drive. And if it's got 2 notches, well, then you can, it may be Optane compatible, which will, boost your hard drive, and or you could just put in an SSD, a SATA SSD M.2 in there. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of confusing, but once you research it a little bit, your biggest job will be finding out what's compatible with your motherboard, your computer. And I mean, there's a lot on the market. I go to PC Part Picker. You can click on there what you're looking for, like memory or storage, and you go to the left hand side, and you can check off what you're looking for in the list, and then it'll pull up everybody who's got these for sale and what the prices are. I mean, they're a really big help when looking for computer parts. But yeah, just keep in mind that if it's a notch on the right hand side and it's the only notch there, that's the M key. And if it's 2 notches, that's either the SATA, or it can be an X2, or that's where I say it gets confusing. And now, Crucial, has a website that will scan your computer and tell you what type of RAM you need and what type of storage you need. I haven't tried that on my laptop because I figured it out just by cracking the back open and having a look in there. But I hope this is some help to you, and I hope I didn't leave you more confused than when you was when you started watching the video. But yeah, I have a lot of videos on here. I'd appreciate it if maybe you can check them out. I've got how to get Windows 10 for free, and I'll be bringing some more videos. I got probably 9 or 10 videos. I've lost count, but if you can, yeah, if it's possible, you could give me a thumbs up on this video, share it, and subscribe. Leave a comment. If it left you even more confused than you started out, you wouldn't offend me by putting a thumbs down, but I appreciate if you put a thumbs up. And thanks for watching, and you guys have a great day. Bye bye.